How did new military technology change medieval feudalism? Imagine a world where the knights in shining armor no longer dominate the battlefield. That shift is exactly what happened during the later medieval period. New military tools and tactics started to reshape the entire social and political landscape of Europe. This change played a big role in the decline of feudalism, a system where land and loyalty were tightly linked to military service. One of the biggest changes was the introduction of the longbow and crossbow. The longbow, used mainly by English armies, could shoot arrows very fast and pierce armor from a distance. It was cheap and easy to learn, so even common soldiers could fight effectively. The crossbow was simpler to operate and didn't need much training. These weapons made heavily armored knights vulnerable, which was a huge blow to the traditional feudal military setup. At the same time, castles started to evolve. Instead of simple wooden structures, medieval castles became large stone fortresses with thick walls and complex defenses. These castles could withstand long sieges, making quick raids less effective. To attack such strongholds, armies needed specialized siege equipment and professional soldiers. This shift meant that feudal lords could no longer rely on quick raids or small armies to control their lands. Gunpowder was another game changer. Cannons and other artillery pieces could break down castle walls in a matter of hours. This technological leap made castles less useful as defensive strongholds. It also meant that monarchs, who controlled the new artillery, gained more power. They could now threaten castles and control larger territories with professional armies rather than relying on vassals and knights. Changes in cavalry and infantry tactics also played a part. The stirrup improved the effectiveness of mounted knights, but armies began to use combined tactics. Infantry armed with pikes, polearms, and missile weapons challenged the dominance of mounted knights. This made warfare more balanced and less dependent on individual knightly skill. All these innovations led to the decline of knightly military supremacy. Knights and their expensive armor and horses became less important on the battlefield. Instead, kings started to build professional armies paid with taxes, reducing the power of feudal lords. As armies became more centralized, the social and political structures of feudal Europe started to weaken. Economically, maintaining castles and armies with new weapons was costly. This pushed monarchs to develop better taxation systems and more centralized governments. Over time, the old feudal system of land and loyalty was replaced by more modern forms of governance and military organization. In the end, new military technology changed how wars were fought and who held power. It shifted military strength from individual knights to professional armies controlled by monarchs. This transformation played a big part in ending the era of medieval feudalism and setting the stage for the modern nation-states that followed.